Images of woman made. Where do I go to find images of woman made? Yeah. Oh.
We've come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord, and we are trusting in His holy word. I know He's never failed me yet. I'm crying, oh, 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 can't turn around. We've come this far by faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is the evidence of things not yet seen. Faith is knowing who we are because of whose we are, that never relegates us to the back of the line, but demands that we have a stand right in front. Go on, Sister Ida B. Wells, go on to the front of the line, and you put that black girl swag on it. Faith is creating cracks and crevices in white woman-made ceilings that shatter in 100 glass pieces all around us, so that in 2020 we see with 2020 vision a present and a future designed by our sheer will to be heard, our sheer will to be counted. Faith without works is dead. Run, Gwenny, run. Yes. And we're living by faith. We're living by the faith of the dreams of our enslaved ancestors and the hopes of our babies that causes us and strengthens us to fashion our own tables, to pull up our own melanated upholstered seats and demand that we will not be starved. Faith without works is dead. We are phenomenal women. And as my favorite poet, Nikki Giovanni, said, I was born in the Congo. I walked the Fertile Crescent and I built the Sphinx. I designed a pyramid so tough that a star that only glows every 100 years falls into the center, giving divine, perfect light. I am bad. I sat on a throne drinking nectar with a lie. I got hot and sent an ice age to Europe to cool my thirst. My oldest daughter is Nefertiti. The tears from my birth pains created the Nile. I am a beautiful woman. I gazed on the forest and burned out the Sahara Desert. And with a packet of goat's meat and a change of clothes, I crossed it in 2 hours. I'm a gazelle, so swift, so swift. You can't catch me. For a birthday present when he was 3, I gave my son Hannibal an elephant. He gave me Rome for Mother's Day. My strength flows ever on. My son Noah, he built Newark, and I stood proudly on the helm as we sailed on a soft summer day. I turned myself into myself and was Jesus. Men intoned my loving name, all praises, all praises. I was the one who would save. I sewed diamonds in my backyard. My bowels delivered uranium. The filings from my fingernails are semi-precious jewels. I caught a cold and blew my nose and gave oil to the Arab world. I am so hip. Even my errors are correct. I sailed west to reach east and had to round off the earth as I went. The hair from my head thinned, and gold was spun across 3 continents. I am so perfect. I'm so divine. I'm so ethereal. surreal. I cannot be comprehended except by my permission. I mean, I can fly like a bird in the sky.
Hi, I'm Courtney Kasper, and this is an original piece that I wrote through whatever cathartic process this journey took me on. It's really something I look at as a piece that is me either having a conversation with, or a love letter, or a poem to my home state asking her to do better. Alabama, I love you, but you're bringing me down. It was 1953 when you recognized that we had won the vote. It's been 100 years now, and you still oppose your women so. You're hell-bent on killing equality with your crusade cry, we dare defend our rights. You say it's in the name of freedom from the powers that be, not realizing the continued state of oppression you feed. Your Constitution, a racist document still. But we know whose rights you're really defending, because freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, unless you're those proudly allegiant to the Confederate cross, your symbol, a bloodstained salutation where X marks the spot. Oh, sweet home, does your conscience bother you? Tell the truth. Lulled by your bucolic blue skies and modeled from your red clay, an ornamental species, grown to nurture, not negate, subdued in the shade of your kudzu vines, sometimes made to think that we have our own minds, but we're quickly reminded not when we step out of line. There were a rebellious few who did pull up the roots and challenge the role, still magnolias like Helen Keller, Rosa Parks, Coretta Scott King, and Harper Lee, all showed us how to be the scout of your own soul. Oh, sweet home, we know why the cage bird sings. Women aren't sisters when they're competing to be crown misses. Generation after generation, the cycle repeats. Complacency is easier than being dismissed in defeat. For religion or politics or tradition are not to be questioned, and if you do, you learn your too-mouthy lesson. When girls become women, we're told to blame Eve. She's the one who cursed us all and the reason we bleed. And per old wives' lore, if you want a large bust, they say eat fried chicken feet you must behind a closed door. Attract too much attention though, and you're labeled a whore. Me Too is mocked and miscarriages aren't mentioned. Passive aggression replaces respectful intention for women who dare to threaten the system. Oh, sweet home, don't you know that you're toxic? It's easy to regress when you've given it your best. Emotions suppressed and depleted. Identities lost. Societal constraint shows us who's boss when staying instead of obeying. We feel stupid when we speak because we're meant to just be a companion piece. Beautiful ideas wasted and replaced with shame, guilt, and self-deprecation. Travel and education can bring certain liberation to those fortunate enough to escape it. And some women find peace wielding pen to paper sheath, leaving heartfelt letters behind for loved ones to find, even though difficult conversation would have improved communication, especially between mothers and daughters. Oh, sweet home, bless your heart, I'm praying for you. Remember, you don't get a redo. Move forward and do better, because behind the hidden hoop skirts and pastoral illusion, one day will rise a new league of provoked nasty women, all colors of the rainbow, shapes, sizes, and types of religion, who won't give a damn about the lost Arcadian vision. Now, frankly, my dear, I declare this might bruise your ego to hear, but a good come to Jesus talking to was needed to make sure your history isn't repeated. And Shug, I've made you a nice casserole to help fix this flow.